Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison, too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's the girl I met in the forest! It's Ellie! I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. Weren't you thinking the same thing? I mean, we can't see it right now. I can't turn the camera, but... You were just like saying, doesn't she look familiar? Who could this be? It's kind of ridiculous how he doesn't point that out. But that is not what I was talking about. Oh. I meant that the brush techniques and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Oh! Forgot about that. Really? So, does this look familiar? It's probably in the video right now. I mean, not in this video, but it's on like the left. It's one of my sidebars. It's a pretty important picture of the game. Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good an artist. No, it is very similar to your style. Verily. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way, gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah. If you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished. Yeah, it looks like he got lazy at the end. The artist put his brushes down when it was near completion. Why is that? I don't know. But my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something. Sure, why not? We'll go ask Agnes. But yeah, make sure to remember this picture. You can't really see the face because I can't turn the camera up, but there's her boobs. It's pretty awful, I'm sorry. Alright then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to the town then? Or for now. Yes, alright. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay. We'll stop by her room on the way out. But she's probably singing downstairs. Why don't you go back to her room? Look on. Something wrong, Faye? You look like you were daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Oh god, we just saw something that you'll see later in the game. Like, a lot later. I never really know how to pronounce that name. Lakin or Lacan. But it looks like they stopped singing. Looks like there's refugees down there now. But let's try this room. Hey, girls! Sister Agnes, I need to talk to you. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nissan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago? Now that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That is too bad. So there really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Margarita, or fucking, I don't know why I keep switching things up, I'm sorry. I would have loved to have shared them. But unfortunately I am unable to help here. Oh well, none the matter. Please do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived history, then it is likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. That's all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. You guys okay? Got... okay. I don't know what that walking was. I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. I would have loved to have met her. Well, ain't no chance of that happening. It's like 500 years ago. That's way too long. But let's go ahead and head back to town. Head back to Nissan. Man, it's only been like 30 minutes and there's been so much reading. Might have to take a drink soon. Only bad thing about recording this game is like there's no cutscenes where I like cut out my audio and like turn up the game audio, so I can't like cheat it out and drink water while a cutscene's going on. So I'm gonna have to drink whenever I want to. So you're gonna have to deal with that. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here. So we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisting in the army. It's not that we have any particularly I can never say that word. I've noticed that. It's like I'm horrible at saying that word. Particularly happy memories or whatever here. I'm just bad at saying that word. I'm sorry. It's just that after all, this is the land of our birth. So well, you know. So I guess these guys are from the separate countries like Bledavik and whatever. Sorry, I kind of forgot. I mean, we're going to be going to that other country in the game, so we'll find out later what it's called. I just thought it was funny where it was like, yeah, Bledavik and whatever. But, for now, I don't really know where we should go. Let's try going in here. Have a meeting with ourselves. Meeting adjourned! We need a new commentator. One who can actually read the text on screen. Who would have fucking guessed? Let's go. Oh. Hey, man! It's Mason! Young master! Let's go talk to Mason. Hey, man. Missed ya. The people of Nissan were most generous to allow us to rent this house. So there will be no need to seek lodging at the inn for a while. Man, they're giving us a whole house. It's ridiculous. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks, Mason. I just like fucking with his voice. Thanks, man, you're the best. Fucking Mason right there. Yo, Sig, you in here? Yeah. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. Alright. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna have some fucking quiet talk right here. Hush, hush. No music allowed. Citan's in the background just fucking like, he's just coming in like, he's just gonna walk into frame so he can listen like, oh, I'm just gonna go right here. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Citan's giving him the nod, just in case he needed permission from him. Alright, I'll tell you. Me and Citan here. We used to live in Solaris. Solaris? As my voice cracks? You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes. It was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while. But we learned to dislike their methods and escape the first chance we had. You were friends with these people. I met you when I was a kid and we've been together ever since. So this would have this would have had to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this. Especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Citan idiot. I wish you'd told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Alright, I understand. But can you elaborate a little bit more? Sit on the bed. Oh, we're gonna be asking questions here. Where is Solaris? What bugs me is this surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, well. Etronach. The capital of Solaris Empire is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Ave, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. What are the lambs? Even though we already kinda know what they are. That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the earth. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. I don't know why I can never talk. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ave's total population. So they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. So pretty much most of their population is us. It's like, way to go, Solara. Who is that man? His name is Karan Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses? We call him Kar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Jujend. Or Jujend? Yeah. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen, same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduation he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal: to achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us, test subjects and lower level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. And on to the last question, why did you leave? So why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities to make them more aggressive and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example. Drive. That drug, and all others like it, are used now, and byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. I need a friggin' drink. This is a lot of reading. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use. At least anyone in the Gebler force who is sent to the service. You're worried about her, huh? Dot of surprisement! I saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs, how low are these guys? Damn! I understand. I think I get most of it. It's one of the longer scenes. Old Mason! Go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. Just in case you can't hear me from the other room, I'm yelling. And that is pretty much all we get to know about Solaris for a while. At least I think so. So we know why these two are, like, they know each other. We know all about the Solarians and what they think of us. All that stuff we know now. I am sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. I guess you already knew. Well, now that you ask, yes, I did. Oh god, I'm burping. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Yeah, you just hung out in the background making potions, making poisons for us, aren't you? But that's okay. Please try and help the young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. Yeah, I'll get on that. Let's go find Bart.